Exactly when will interest rates fall? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from Yahoo, where they're talking about when interest rates will fall, or at least according to the big four banks. So let's look at this here. We'll zoom in now. So Australia's big four banks are forecasting interest rate cuts in 2024, with one major bank expecting rate relief as early as March. Now, even if we see rate cuts, it's not going to go back to 0.1%. If you're sitting here desperately holding out, expecting rates to go back down to that, it's not going to happen. If it happens, something has gone wrong. Something has gone really wrong. I can't see it going like that. And this is another complete and utter 1-in-100-year event. So don't expect it. I think we'll be hovering between 4.5 and 3.5 if things are normal for, hopefully, for a while. You want that. You want it to be nice and boring. Interest rates were meant to be boring. It wasn't meant to be news. People weren't meant to be talking about it or following it. Or listening to the media predicting rates won't move until 2024. The Reserve Bank yesterday opted to keep the official cash rate on hold at 4.1%. For the third month in a row. CBA, Australia's biggest bank, believes the cash rate has peaked and has predicted an interest rate cut in March next year. Based on our current forecast for economic activity, prices in the labour market, the RBA could cut the cash rate in March 2024, but the clear risk is a later start date to the easing cycle, CBA economist Belinda Allen said. CBA expects a total of 4 interest rate cuts over 2024, taking the cash rate to 3.1%, a level it considers a more neutral cash rate stance. A 1% interest rate cut would save borrowers with a 7% interest rate and a $600,000 home loan over 30 years about $395 a month on their repayments. If we head back down to 3%, that's going to give the Reserve Bank enough room for emergencies to go down lower if they want, or just to sit there. Now, hopefully, this will mean that the people who bought at the 0.1% rate will be within that 3% buffer that APRA required as part of their calculation. So if we go back down to there in a year's time, they should be able to handle it. Okay, they should, knock wood. So if you're there hoping for massive forced sales, this will probably be counter to that expectation. So the RBA cuts could come later. Westpac, NAB and ANZ believe the RBA will start cutting interest rates later into 2024. Westpac expects interest rates will start falling from September next year, with another rate cut in December to bring the cash rate to 3.6%. NAB believes there is still the possibility of further 0.2% rate hike this year, bringing the cash rate to 4.35%. It then thinks rate cuts will begin in August 2024. ANZ believes the RBA has finished hiking rates in the current cycle and will make its first cut in November 2024. So borrowers are being told to haggle or refinance. With the big four banks' rate cut forecast varying significantly, Rate City Research Director Sally Tindle advised borrowers to focus on clearing another potential rate hike rather than anticipating a cut. A watched pot never boils. If you've got a mortgage, put your head down and come up with a budget that will withstand another rate hike rather than a rate cut. If and when a cut does finally come your way, you can be pleasantly surprised. That's some very good advice there. Advising people to plan for another 25 points up. That's common sense. Well, yeah. It's not. I need to stop saying common sense because common sense isn't that common. It's probably common financial Giga Chat viewers of my channel sense to plan, although I doubt most of the viewers of my channel are going to be in this much trouble, and if they are, I'm sure they'll find a way out of it. The RBA and the government can't hand out widespread relief to borrowers at this stage. If they do, they risk triggering another spike in inflation and another surge in house prices. If you need to inject relief into your budget, you're going to have to be productive about it. Rate City found the average mortgage holder who hadn't chased down a better deal had an interest rate of 6.86%. By refinancing to a competitive 5.75%, borrowers with a $500,000 loan with 25 years remaining could save $329 a month. Even haggling to the big four banks' new customer rate of 6.25 could save them $182 a month, or you could be paying that $182 on the mortgage to get it down faster. Well, let's have a chat about this. I think certainly some good advice there for people, rather than hoping for a cut, planning for another increase, and, planning for the worst case scenario. But, I think most people will be okay. We'll have to see. What do you reckon, guys? How many of you are still on 1.99 or even less with that fixed mortgage? Are you ready for when the end of the fixed rate mortgage cliff disappears? Well, we'll have to see what happens. As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. Check out HeiseBim or HeiseDoes for other content I create. And you can support us on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy Pocket Squares, or call me if you need an architect. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.